Most business proposals fail before they are ever read. They fail in the subject line, in the first paragraph. In the moment, a decision maker realizes this document was written for the company that sent it, not for the company that received it. A proposal that leads with the sender's credentials, the sender's history, and the sender's excitement about the opportunity is not a business proposal. It is a brochure, and nobody makes major purchasing decisions based on brochures. A winning business proposal is a document that makes the prospect feel understood, demonstrates a compelling solution to a real and pressing problem, and makes the decision to say yes feel safer than the decision to say no. That is the formula. This video shows exactly how to execute it. The first milestone is pre-proposal intelligence gathering, the research and discovery phase that most proposal writers skip or abbreviate. Every winning proposal is built on a foundation of specificity. Specificity about the client's problem, their stated and unstated priorities, their decision criteria, and the competitive landscape. Before writing a single word, the proposal writer should be able to answer 5 questions. What specific business problem is this proposal solving? What does success look like to the decision maker 12 months from now? Who else will influence this decision, and what do they care about? What are the primary concerns or objections likely to arise? What is the cost, financial, operational, reputational, of doing nothing? The answers to these questions come from discovery conversations, from the RFP document if one exists, from annual reports and industry research, and from the direct questions asked during a well-run sales or scoping process. A proposal written without this foundation is guessing. A proposal written with it is persuasion. The second milestone is proposal architecture, the structural design that determines whether a proposal reads like a partnership document or a sales pitch. High-performing proposals consistently follow a structure built around the client's world, not the vendor's. Open with an executive summary that leads with the client's problem, not the vendor's background. Decision makers often read only this section, and it must make the entire case in 1 page or less. Follow with a problem analysis that demonstrates deep understanding, not of the generic problem, but of this client's specific version of it. Then present your solution, framed as a direct response to the problem analysis. Then provide the business case. What is the quantified value of the solution relative to the status quo? Then the implementation plan. What does working together actually look like? Step by step. Then your team and credentials. Note that this comes near the end, not at the beginning. Credentials are credibility evidence in support of a solution already established as compelling. Placed at the front, they are just resume material. Close with clear next steps and pricing, structured to reduce friction to the decision. The third milestone is the language of winning proposals, the writing style and vocabulary choices that distinguish documents that inspire confidence from those that produce doubt. 3 principles govern this. First, specificity over generality. We will reduce your procurement processing time by 23% based on benchmark data from comparable implementations. Lands differently then. We will improve your procurement efficiency. Second, client language over vendor language. Use the terminology, the frameworks, and the priorities that the client expressed in discovery. Mirror their vocabulary. It signals that the document was built for them. Third, active voice and decisive phrasing. Proposals written in passive voice and hedged language communicate uncertainty. Our solution leverages best-in-class methodologies to potentially optimize outcomes is the language of mediocrity. This approach reduces time to close by an average of 6 weeks, is the language of a winner. Here is the trap that sinks even well-structured proposals. Most organizations treat proposals as solo endeavors. One person writes it, it gets a light review, and it ships. Winning proposals in competitive environments are team products. They incorporate input from subject matter experts, they are reviewed by someone who did not write them, and will catch the gaps that familiarity blinds the writer to. And they are sometimes field tested with a trusted client contact who can say whether the framing resonates. Proposals representing significant revenue opportunities deserve significant investment in their production. Organizations that develop a systematic approach to proposal excellence, a consistent structure, a template that enforces discipline, a review process that elevates quality. Win more business, win it faster, and win it at better margins. Because a great proposal is not just a sales document. It is the first demonstration of the quality of work the client can expect. Your go-to. Pull up the last proposal your organization submitted. Read the first 3 paragraphs. Count how many sentences are about the client versus how many are about your company. If the ratio is not at least 3-to-1 in the client's favor, you have found your most immediate proposal improvement opportunity. If writing winning proposals is part of your business development toolkit, the Strategic Alliances video in this series is the natural next step, because the best proposals are often built from relationships that were developed long before the RFP arrived. The final section of a well-constructed proposal, the commercial terms and next steps, deserves the same attention to design as the strategic sections that precede it. Pricing architecture affects not just whether a proposal is accepted, but how quickly. Proposals that present a single option place the client in a binary decision, yes or no. Proposals that present 3 options, typically a basic, a recommended, and a premium configuration, shift the decision from should I proceed to which option fits my situation best. This is the principle of anchoring in behavioral economics applied to proposal design. Tiered options dramatically reduce decision paralysis and increase both conversion rates and average contract values. The key design principle is that each option should represent a genuinely coherent package rather than a random assortment of add-ons. The recommended option should be positioned as the right solution for the typical version of the client's situation, and the premium should articulate specific additional value rather than just higher price. Proposal follow-up process also has a disproportionate impact on win rate that is rarely addressed in proposal writing guidance. The proposal that is submitted and then followed up only when the timeline has passed is competing at a disadvantage against the proposal that includes a scheduled follow-up call during which the submitting organization is present to answer questions, address concerns, and reinforce the value case at the moment the decision is being considered. Proposal success rates are strongly correlated with the quality and discipline of the follow-up process, not because follow-up replaces proposal quality, but because it ensures that quality gets considered rather than set aside pending a question that was never asked. Proposal tracking and analysis, maintaining data on which proposals win, which lose, and what distinguishes them, is the system that improves proposal quality over time. Organizations that review lost proposals with the same rigor they review lost sales opportunities develop a systematic understanding of their proposal weaknesses that those relying on intuition cannot match. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe to our channel for more practical insights. And if you're ready to go further, check out the next video on your screen.